Hey girls, it is quite late on Wednesday night, so sorry this video is probably going to be late, but at least I'm making one, which I didn't do last week. Sorry about that. I don't really have an excuse except for I was traveling on Sunday through Tuesday, and then when I got home I was super tired, and so I slept a lot of Wednesday. So at least I'm here this week. So I need to talk about both Starkid and do the 30 questions. So here I go. Starkid wise, I guess it's kind of okay that I didn't make a video because I didn't have a whole lot to say last week, and my video probably would have been about a minute long. So I'll just slip it in here. Basically with Starkid, how it goes for me is I know obviously who they are, and I like the Potter musicals, but I don't really watch or know any of their other stuff, and I don't know a lot of the actors per se. So like you could give me a picture of someone that's in any Starkid musical and I would be like, wonderful, I don't know who that is probably. So like I'm excited, sorry my cat is down there making noise, so if you hear anything, that's what it is. But basically like I'm excited for the Starkid event at LeakyCon because we know it's going to be the threequel, but besides that I don't really know. So I'm going to move on to the 30 questions now. My favorite palindrome is Dr. Awkward. My go-to audition song, if I had to choose one, would probably be Another 100 People from Company because I sang it for a contest this year, and I love that song a lot. My favorite Disney song is probably Can You Feel the Love Tonight, which is kind of cliche, but my friends and I have a little thing with that song. So my favorite current political figure, I don't really pay enough attention to politics to really have one, so there's that. My favorite meme, like Kayla, is oh my god. The most recent crazy thing that I've done, not really that crazy, but last week sometime my friends and I spent 3 hours making 18 cupcakes, I think, which is kind of funny because, I don't know, it was just funny that we spent so long, but we made layered rainbow cupcakes, and so that's why it took so long, but they were really good. Ron and Harry Run. The last movie I watched was either one of the Harry Potter movies or one of the Star Wars movies, I think, but it was only part of it that I watched, so I don't really even know the last full movie I watched. My biggest pet peeve, I have so many pet peeves, it's not even cool. One right now that I've been catching on to a lot lately is when people overuse the word like within sentences. It's probably because of teacher freshman year brought it up, and she would challenge us. We would have like 30-second challenges where you would have to try to talk for 30 seconds without using the word like, because she was trying to make all of us honor students erase it from our vocabulary. And so now when people overuse it, I hook on right away, and it's really bad. Favorite late night talk show host, don't really have one. What did I want to be when I was a kid? I wanted to be a teacher for the longest time, and now I don't. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes. My first concert was probably actually last year, which is kind of embarrassing, but it was a rock concert with Lauren Fairweather, Matt Giacomo, or rather the Whomping Willows, and Justin Finch-Fletchley and the Sugar Quills. My dream Broadway role? Don't really have one again. My top 5 OTPs, I don't pay enough, I don't know, I'm not really into the OTP type sphere. Travel to space or to the bottom of the ocean. Can I travel to the bottom of the ocean in space? Piercing that I have 2, both my ears are pierced, and I don't really want any piercing besides that. My favorite house, besides the one that I'm in Hufflepuff, and I'd say my next favorite house is Slytherin because it's like my second house, I guess. The last book I read was either Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or rather Sorcerer's Stone for us in the US, or Uglies by Scott Westerfeld, but I don't know which one was the last one that I opened. So, how tall am I? Somewhere between 5'4" and 5'5". Probably right in between, I don't know. What should I be doing right now instead of this? Cleaning my room, taking care of my cat, working on stuff for college, which I have to do in like 10 minutes. Yep, basically anything besides this. If I could get a tattoo right now, what would it be? Pretty cliche, but the Deathly Hallows symbol, a lightning bolt, or the word always, or somehow the three of them combined. My earliest memory, this is hard because when I was little, I used to like watching home videos that my parents made, so it's kind of like a wishy-washy line between what I actually remember and what I just remember seeing tapes of. But I'd say the earliest thing that I'm sure is a memory is during the winter here we have like our big, I live by the Mississippi River, so we have a big park along the Mississippi River, which is called Riverside, and during Christmas time that park basically is filled up with thousands of Christmas lights, and so you can walk through the park or drive around the park and see these lights. And my parents and my brother and I were going to go down to see the rotary lights, as they're called, and we went out to eat beforehand, and my brother accidentally dumped water on me at the restaurant, so then he basically ruined the night because we couldn't go down to see the lights because we were going to walk around and I was soaking wet. So that was great. No, I was not happy. Do I like my first name? Yeah, I used to not really like it, but now I do. The weirdest thing about my city that I grew up in. This is not necessarily something that I'm proud of, but I'm pretty sure either we still are or we were in the past. My city had the most bars per capita and also the most bars on one street, so that is just wonderful. My favorite school subject, my music classes, which band and choir. Do I use Skype? Yes, I use Skype. I love Skype. A movie I'm excited to see in the theaters. I'm sorry, don't pay attention to my cat right now. The movie I'm most excited to see in the theaters. I don't really pay attention to what's coming out in the theaters soon. So I don't know, probably the next Hunger Games movie, maybe. I don't really know. And the most annoying thing right now, currently my cat, but also the LeakyCon schedule. I can't figure out what I'm doing, but I know we're talking about that next week probably. And also not being able to see friends that I made last week until like a month and a half from now, which is terrible. And the funniest thing that's happened in the last week, either the cupcakes thing that I talked about earlier just because of how long we spent on it, or I don't know, I can't really say a specific thing, and also it's a little more than a week ago, but at my orientation for college last Monday and Tuesday, I made a group of friends, and literally my face went to, like, I went to bed with my face hurting because I was laughing so much that day. So probably that is the funniest thing, but I can't tell you like a specific thing that was funny. It was just all funny. So that is all for this week. I'm sorry that my cat has been a distraction in the background, even though you probably haven't heard or seen him, but he's been annoying me. So goodbye, girls. I'll see you next week.